Potty training 101, let us go. The very first thing, this take may be a little controversial, but I stand by it. I will say that start potty training when you, the parents, are ready. I don't belong to that school of thought of people saying, oh, you know, when the baby is ready, just start potty training when they are ready. No, I don't believe that, because of what you use is it when your baby is ready and you are not mentally and emotionally ready. Potty training takes a lot of patience. You're going to need loads and loads of patience. So when you are ready to be patient with your child, you start potty training. Children learn by repetition. So the more you teach them, the more they learn. That when you are ready, your child can be ready. Your child can be ready and you're not mentally. You find yourself being so angry at your child. I tried to do it once. I was so angry, being so mean, screaming at them for something that they do not have control over. So make sure that you are ready mentally and emotionally for potty training. The second thing, potty training and diaper do not go hand in hand. Once you want to start potty training, you have to do away with your diaper. There'll be a lot of mess. There'll be a lot of annoyance. There'll be a lot of tantrums, even from your end. But you have to, we go do and potty training. In fact, tell me in the comment section, potty training and weaning, like stopping your baby breast milk, which one is the hardest for you? Let me know. So moving on, there'll be plenty mess. You're going to need patience, like I mentioned earlier. Keep your diaper one side. So this is what you're going to do. Before you start potty training, when you know that you are ready to start potty training, go to the market and buy plenty pants and plenty boxers. Leave diaper alone. You can just buy a few diapers, maybe for night sleep, because you know you are still learning, so you are still bringing them up to speed. What I did, as they wake up early in the morning, let's say 7 a.m., 9 a.m., whenever they wake up, take their diaper off and go and put them in the potty. When you put them in the potty, the first 2 weeks, they'll be crying. They don't like to sit there. They don't want it. Make sure they sit there. Force them. You have to force their hand. Sit them down. There's a hack that worked for me. When I put my son there and he's crying like, oh no, I don't want, I'll be like, okay, let's count 1 to 10. Counting distracts him. He will forget that he's sitting there. So yeah, after you put them on the potty, set an alarm. You can start first with 15 minutes. That's what I did. I started with 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, the alarm rings. I say, okay, potty time again. The more you progress, the more you go on along the journey, you progress. So from the second day, I increased the alarm to 30 minutes. When we sit down, and whether or not he pees, once the alarm rings, I take him to the potty, go and sit. Whether or not he pees, whether or not, sometimes he pees, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he poops, sometimes he doesn't. We sit down there. Once the alarm rings, as the day goes by, I increase again by 45 minutes. Every 45 minutes, once the alarm goes off, I put him in the potty. You will see that in 1-2 weeks, your baby is already used to going there to sit down. Even when the alarm rings or it doesn't ring, you see that your baby is already going there to sit down. If in 1-2 weeks, your baby is still not going there to sit down, like I said, children learn by repetition. Keep doing it, keep putting them there, keep using the alarm. I know I used the alarm for like a week. After like a week, my boy's system got used to always just going to sit there. So over time, I didn't use the alarm anymore, but I just, you know, subconsciously take him to the potty. Let's say, for instance, if he just finished eating and he drinks water, maybe the next 10-15 minutes, I'll take him to the potty. Don't think that when you've done all of this, they will not still be peeing and pooing on themselves. They will. That is why you have to be patient. And that's why I said do potty training when you are ready. Because if you are not ready, you will just get frustrated and go and wear them diaper again. So go. They will still be peeing and pooing on themselves. Sometimes before they say I want to pee, they've already peed on themselves. Sometimes before they say I want to poo, they've already pooed on themselves. You have to be patient, baby girl. Like, it takes loads and loads and loads of patience. So what I even did, that pants, we only wear it when we are going out. That period, I left him naked. Maybe wear him just singlet. Because, you know, you don't want a situation where maybe they are trying to pee. Because it got to a point in the beginning while I was wearing my son diaper, before he would run to the potty, he did not know how to remove his pants. So sometimes before he runs to his potty and tries to remove his pants, he has peed on himself. So that period, I just left him naked, like, so that, you know, whenever you are ready, you just go and pee. Sometimes I come out and I'm pleasantly surprised because he's already sitting in his potty. So it's going to take loads and loads and loads of patience. Now for time to sleep and time to go out, for now we've been potty trained not up to a month, so I'm still trying to, you know, build his resistance to hold in pee or poo. So what we do for nights before we sleep, our bedtime is 8 p.m. Before we sleep, I take him to his potty and I make sure that from like 6 to that 8 p.m. I reduce fluid intake, be it water, be it milk, be it anything at all that has water. So that is why it is advisable to give your kids dinner like 6 6 p.m. It's 8:30, that's our bedtime. I take him to the potty. I say, okay, sit down, pee and poo, do all you need to do, like empty your bowel. Sometimes he pees, other times he doesn't. But before he sleeps, I make sure he sits down on that potty and, you know, he empties himself so that he will not have any reason to want to go potty in the night. Sometimes when I wear him diaper, and I still wear him diaper in the night, of course, but sometimes when I wear him diaper in the night, sometimes he soils it, other times he doesn't soil it. So like I said, we are still building the resistance in that regard. Now for going out, I had made a video, I think sometime this week, about you know, what to do. Before now, I used to wear my son diaper to go out, you know, because sometimes we are in church, they have to be in children department, and I'm not really sure if you'll be comfortable to speak to teachers there to say, oh, I want to go potty or something. So I've been wearing him diaper, but some moms have corrected and said that that is not a good, you know, example, because I may be confusing him. So what we have agreed to do now is to have a carry-on potty, like maybe in the car, where we can go potty and hope that, you know, he's able to tell his teachers, oh, he wants to potty, yada yada. So you're going to look at the peculiarity of your life, your home, and see what works for you. But as far as going out, you have to be really attentive. Use your mommy instinct to know, okay, he has had fluid XYZ time, it's time for him to go potty. You just have to be patient and be attentive. Like, you cannot be a busy mom and excel at potty training, because potty training is a very hands-on activity. You have to be there, like make sure that you are there, you are listening, because it is very difficult. You're going to need loads and loads of patience. Another thing that I'm going to tell you is that be forgiving. Potty training is going to mess you up mentally. You have to be forgiving. The very first time I tried to potty train my boy, I saw another part of me that I did not know I had. I was so angry. I was so, why can't you just listen? Why can't you just learn? Like, I was always screaming at him. So that's why I said again in the beginning, only do potty training when you, the parents, are ready. That one, you know that, okay, I'm ready to do this thing, whatever comes with it. So be forgiving. They are still going to poo. Sometimes my son still just poos on himself, and I'm like, oh my god, but you know how to say I want to go potty. Why did you put on yourself? You know, they are kids, they learn by repetition. You have to keep repeating, teaching them. So sometimes when he pulls on himself like that, I just take him to the potty. Whenever you want to pull, you pull in your potty. When you want to pee, you pee in your potty. In fact, it's even a song that we do in our house. If you want to pee, you pee in your, he will say potty. You want to pull, you pull in your, he will say potty. It's a song that we have in this house. So he knows. Sometimes I just randomly sing it. If you want to pee, you pee in your potty. So subconsciously, like, it built up in his subconscious that this is where I need to go poo, this is where I need to go pee. You have to be forgiving, you have to be patient. There are still kids 5, 6, 7 years old that still wet the bed. It's a gradual process. Over time they are going to learn. So I think that is all I have on potty training. If you're an OG mom, you have successfully potty trained your kids, please share with us in the comment section some of the tips that you used that helped you. Thank you guys for always watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.